Ladies and gentlemen, life often brings us moments of pain that feel overwhelming. But let me tell you, pain is not the end of your story. It's a chapter in the journey to your purpose. Today, I want to remind you that pain is not permanent, and what comes next can be greater than what you ever imagined. Pain is a signal, not a sentence that's pointing you toward growth. Too often when we face difficulties, we interpret them as punishment or as a sign that we're on the wrong path. But what if pain is not an indicator of defeat, but rather a nudge from life to grow, to stretch and to elevate ourselves? Think about it. When a muscle grows, it first has to be torn. That tearing process is uncomfortable, sometimes even excruciating, and the only way to build strength. In the same way, the pain we endure in life is often the precursor to the expansion of our character, resilience, and purpose. Consider the moments in your life that have challenged you the most. Maybe it was a season of loss, a time when a relationship fell apart, or a moment when your dreams seemed out of reach. In those moments, it was easy to feel like the pain was final, like it was a sentence handed down to keep you in a place of despair. But if you take a step back and reflect on those experiences, you'll likely see that they served as a turning point. They were not the end of the story, but the beginning of a new chapter. Pain acts as a signal not to discourage you, but to awaken you to the areas where you need to grow and prepare for what's next. Imagine a seed planted in the soil. It doesn't stay dormant forever. At first, the process of growth is invisible. It's happening beneath the surface. The seed breaks open, and that breaking is not a destruction, but a transformation. It's painful for the seed, but it's necessary for it to become what it's meant to be. Similarly, when life's challenges break you open, it's not to destroy you, but to prepare you for your next season. Growth often begins in the dark, in places where you feel buried, but you're not buried, you're planted. The pain you feel is simply the process of something greater unfolding in your life. Think about people who have achieved great things, whether in their personal lives, careers, or communities. Most of them have a story of pain that served as a catalyst for their success. They didn't let their struggles define them, they let them refine them. Pain can be a teacher if you're willing to learn from it. It reveals your limits and pushes you to expand beyond them. It strips away what no longer serves you and helps you focus on what truly matters. It's not easy, but it's always purposeful. When you face pain, it's important to resist the urge to stay stuck in it. Pain can be consuming, but it's not meant to be your permanent residence. It's a signal that something needs to change a mindset, a habit, or even a direction in life. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking, what is this pain trying to teach me? That shift in perspective can transform the way you experience your challenges. Pain is not your enemy, it's an ally in disguise, guiding you toward the growth that is necessary for the next phase of your journey. Sometimes pain signals that you need to let go of something. It might be a toxic relationship, a limiting belief, or a situation that no longer aligns with who you're becoming. Letting go is rarely easy. It often feels like losing a part of yourself. But the truth is, letting go is not losing. It's making room for what's meant to come into your life. The pain of letting go is temporary, but the growth that follows is lasting. Other times, pain is a signal that you're on the verge of something new. Just as a mother feels labor pains before bringing new life into the world, the discomfort you feel might be a sign that you're about to birth a new dream, a new opportunity, or a new version of yourself. Don't mistake the pain for a sign to stop. Instead, recognize it as confirmation that you're on the cusp of something significant. Pain often precedes breakthrough, but you have to push through it to reach the other side. It's also important to remember that pain is personal. No two people experience it in the same way. What challenges you might not challenge someone else, and vice versa. Comparing your pain to others' experiences diminishes its value as a teacher in your life. Instead of questioning why your past seems harder, focus on the unique lessons it's trying to impart. Your pain is shaping you in ways that are specific to your purpose. Trust that process, even when it doesn't make sense. Pain is not a sentence because it doesn't have the final word. It's not the author of your story, simply a character in it. You have the power to choose how you respond to it. Will you allow it to paralyze you, or will you let it propel you forward? Pain, when viewed through the right lens, becomes an opportunity to discover strength, resilience, and courage you didn't know you had. It signals the areas where you're being called to grow, and it points you toward the version of yourself that is waiting to emerge. Behind every pain, there's a promise: don't let the struggle steal your vision. It's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture when life presses you with challenges. Pain can feel so overwhelming that it blurs the hope you once carried. You might start to think that the struggle is all there is, but I want to remind you that every pain you experience holds a promise, a purpose that is waiting to be revealed if you don't give up. Pain is not a random occurrence. It is part of a process that brings you closer to what is meant for you. In the midst of your trials, it's important to remember that pain is temporary, but the promise it leads to is lasting. Think of the times in your life when you faced difficulty. Perhaps you endured a tough season at work, in a relationship, or with your health. During those moments, it's natural to feel consumed by the hardship, to wonder if things will ever get better. But when you look back, you'll often see that those very struggles contain lessons, growth, and breakthroughs that were hidden in plain sight. Pain has a way of clearing out what doesn't serve you, revealing what truly matters, and leading you to the promises that are waiting on the other side. Life has a way of planting seeds of hope, even in the middle of adversity. Those seeds might look small and insignificant, but they hold the potential for something much greater. Pain, in its essence, is the soil that nurtures those seeds. It's not meant to bury your dreams, but to refine them. Without the challenges you face, you wouldn't have the resilience or the depth needed to fully appreciate and steward the blessings that are coming. Pain is not the absence of promise. It's often the evidence that something greater is on the horizon. Consider the story of anyone who has achieved something remarkable. Behind their success, there's almost always a story of struggle and perseverance. Whether it's an athlete overcoming injuries, an entrepreneur weathering failures, or a person battling personal events, the promise they reached was forged in the fire of their trials. They didn't allow the pain to steal their vision. Instead, they kept their eyes fixed on the promise, even when the path was unclear. The pain became part of their testimony, a reminder of how far they had come and a testament to what is possible when you don't give up. The promise behind your pain is not always visible right away. Sometimes it feels like the struggle will never end, like the darkness will never give way to light. That's when your vision matters most. It's in those moments that you have to choose to believe in the promise, even when you can't see it. Vision is not about what's in front of you. It's about what's ahead of you. It's the ability to see beyond your circumstances and hold on to the belief that there's a purpose to your pain. Pain has a way of testing your faith, your patience, and your endurance. It challenges you to dig deeper, to hold on tighter to the promises that life has whispered into your heart. But the beautiful thing about pain is that it also prepares you for the very thing you've been waiting for. It's like a refining fire that burns away the impurities, leaving behind something stronger, purer, and more capable. The struggle may feel heavy, but it's building within you the strength you need to carry the weight of the blessings that are coming. It's important to guard your vision during painful seasons. Pain has a way of distorting your perspective, making you believe that the struggle is permanent or that the promise is unreachable. That's why you have to remind yourself constantly of why you started, of the dreams and goals that inspired you in the first place. Write them down, speak them out loud, and hold them close to your heart. Don't let temporary pain convince you to abandon the permanent promise that is waiting for you. There are times when the promise behind the pain is not what you expected. It might not look like the picture you had in your mind, but that doesn't mean it's any less valuable. Sometimes life's promises come disguised as detours or redirections. The struggle you're facing might be pointing you to a different path, one that is even greater than the one you envisioned. Trust the process even when it doesn't make sense, and know that the promise is still intact. Pain can also be a reminder of your resilience, a sign that you are capable of enduring more than you thought possible. Each struggle you face adds to your strength, your wisdom, and your capacity to handle life's challenges. The promise behind your pain is not just an external reward, it's also the internal transformation that takes place as you grow and evolve. You become someone who is not only ready to receive the promise, but also to thrive in it. Your greatest strength is forged in your hardest battles. It's in the moments when life feels the heaviest, the most challenging, that your true strength is developed. Strength isn't built in comfort or ease, it's created in adversity, shaped by the battles you face and the resilience you discover within yourself. When life presses you, stretches you, and demands more from you than you think you can give, it is not breaking you, it is making you. Every challenge you encounter is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were before. Think about the hardest times in your life, the moments that tested you in ways you never expected. Perhaps it was a situation that pushed you to your limits, a loss, a failure, or a dream that seemed out of reach. In those moments, you probably questioned whether you could handle it, whether you had what it took to move forward. But look at where you are now. You made it through, and in doing so, you uncovered a strength you didn't know you had. That strength wasn't handed to you, it was forged in the fire of your hardest battles. Strength doesn't come from avoiding struggles, it comes from facing them head on. It's like a blacksmith working with metal. To create something strong and enduring, the metal must first be heated, hammered, and shaped. The process is intense and sometimes brutal, but it's necessary for the transformation. Your life is no different. The battles you face are not there to destroy you. They are there to shape you into the person you are meant to be. Each challenge, each hardship is refining you, preparing you for what lies ahead. There's something powerful about the realization that your struggles are not wasted. Every battle you face has a purpose, even if it's not immediately clear. The strength you gain from overcoming challenges is not just for yourself, it's also for those around you. Your story, your perseverance can inspire others to find their own strength. When you choose to rise above your battles, you become a beacon of hope for others, showing them that it's possible to endure and thrive. Strength is not the absence of fear or doubt. It's the decision to keep moving forward despite them. It's the courage to face your battles, even when you don't feel ready. There will be moments when you want to give up, when the weight of your struggles feels unbearable. But those are the moments when your greatest growth happens. It's in the pushing, the pressing, the enduring that your strength is forged. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward becoming stronger and more resilient. Your hardest battles also reveal the depth of your character. It's easy to be strong when everything is going well, but true strength is revealed in adversity. It's in those moments when life feels uncertain, when the odds are stacked against you, that your character is tested. How you respond to those battles, whether you choose to give in or rise up, defines the kind of person you are. Strength is not just about physical endurance. It's about the inner resolve to keep going, to hold on to hope, and to fight for what matters most. The beauty of your hardest battles is that they teach you lessons you couldn't learn any other way. They show you what you're capable of, what you can endure, and what truly matters in life. They strip away the superficial and help you focus on what's important. Through your struggles, you gain perspective, wisdom, and clarity. You learn to appreciate the small victories, the moments of grace, and the strength that comes from perseverance. There's a paradox in the way strength is developed. It often feels like your hardest battles are taking everything you, but in reality, they're giving you something far greater. They're giving you resilience, determination, a depth of character that can't be shaken. The struggles you face are building a foundation of strength that will carry you through whatever comes next. They're preparing you for opportunities, challenges, and victories that you can't yet see. Your greatest strength is not found in avoiding battles, but in embracing them. It's in choosing to see your struggles not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Each battle is a chance to become more than you were before, to rise above your circumstances and prove to yourself what you're capable of. Strength is not about being invincible. It's about being willing to face your fears, to endure the hard times, and to come out on the other side stronger than ever. Pain has the power to refine you, not define you. It's natural to want to avoid pain, to shy away from experiences that hurt or challenge you. But the truth is, pain is an integral part of growth and transformation. It is not meant to become your identity or the defining feature of your life story. Instead, it is a process through which you are shaped into the person you are meant to be. Pain can be a refining fire, burning away what no longer serves you and revealing the strength, resilience, and character that were always within you. When you go through difficult seasons, it's easy to let pain dictate how you see yourself. You might begin to believe that the challenges you face are a reflection of your worth, or that your struggles somehow diminish your value. But pain does not define you. It's not who you are. It's something you experience. It's a chapter in your story, not the entire narrative. The mistake many people make is allowing pain to take root in their identity, shaping how they view themselves and what they believe they're capable of achieving. That's why it's so important to recognize pain for what it is, a temporary experience that has the potential to refine and strengthen you if you let it. Refinement is not a comfortable process. Think of a piece of gold being purified. It must go through the fire to remove impurities and emerge as something more valuable and beautiful. The same is true for you. Life's challenges can feel like fire. They're intense, uncomfortable, and sometimes overwhelming. But within that fire, there's a purpose. It's stripping away the things that don't align with your true self, the doubts, fears, and insecurities that hold you back. Pain refines your focus, clarifies your priorities, and reveals your inner strength. It's not about destroying you. It's about preparing you for the next chapter of your life. Pain also has a way of teaching you lessons that you might not learn otherwise. It reveals truths about yourself, your relationships, and your purpose. It forces you to confront areas of your life that need attention or change. While it's not easy to face these truths, they are necessary for your growth. Pain is a mirror reflecting back to you the areas where you can grow and improve. It's through these reflections that you gain the wisdom and insight to move forward with greater purpose and clarity. One of the most powerful aspects of pain is its ability to strengthen your resilience. Every time you face a challenge and overcome it, you build a reservoir of strength that equips you for future battles. You learn that you're capable of enduring more than you thought possible. And that realization empowers you to face whatever comes next with confidence. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's something you develop through experience. Pain is the teacher that helps you cultivate it. Pain also refines your empathy and compassion. When you go through struggles, you gain a deeper understanding of what others might be experiencing. You become more attuned to the needs and feelings of those around you, and that awareness can inspire you to offer support and encouragement. Your pain can become a bridge that connects you with others, allowing you to share your journey and inspire hope. In this way, pain not only refines you, but also enriches the lives of those you encounter. It's important to remember that pain is not the end of the story. Too often, people get stuck in their struggles, believing that the pain they're experiencing is permanent. But pain is meant to be a process, not a destination. It's a means of transformation, a way to move from where you are to where you're meant to be. Even in the midst of hardship, there's always the potential for growth and change. The key is to embrace the refining process, trusting that it's leading you to something greater. One of the challenges of pain is the temptation to let it define you. You might find yourself clinging to the identity of being a victim or letting your struggles become the lens through which you see the world. But you are so much more than your pain. It's a part of your story, but it's not the whole story. The refining process helps you see beyond the pain, to recognize your worth and potential even in the midst of difficulty. Pain has the power to change you, but it's up to you to decide how it will change you. Will it make you bitter or will it make you better? Will it harden your heart or will it open you up to new possibilities? The refining process is not about erasing the pain, but about transforming it into something meaningful. It's about taking the challenges you face and using them to grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. What's next to pain is breakthrough. Keep moving forward. Pain often feels like an immovable wall, something that blocks your progress and keeps you from seeing what lies ahead. It's easy to feel stuck, as if the challenges you face will last forever. But pain is not a permanent barrier, it's a threshold. Just on the other side of it lies breakthrough, a moment of clarity, growth, and victory that makes every struggle worth it. The key is to keep moving forward, even when it feels like you can't take another step. Breakthrough doesn't always come when you expect it. Often it happens when you're at your lowest point, when you've exhausted every ounce of strength and feel like giving up. That's because pain has a way of testing your resolve, pushing you to your limits and preparing you for something greater. It refines your focus, clarifies your intentions, and teaches you perseverance. The moment of breakthrough is not just about the external victory, it's about the internal transformation that takes place when you refuse to give up. Pain is a signal that you're on the verge of change. It's not a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that you're growing. Just as a caterpillar experiences struggle in the cocoon before emerging as a butterfly, your struggles are part of a process that leads to transformation. The pain you're feeling is not wasted, it's a necessary part of the journey. It's breaking down old patterns, stretching you beyond your comfort zone, and preparing you for the new opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. One of the most difficult aspects of pain is the uncertainty it brings. You might not know how long it will last or what the outcome will be. That uncertainty can make you feel vulnerable and afraid, but it's in those moments of uncertainty that faith becomes essential. Faith is the belief that what lies ahead is greater than what you're leaving behind. It's the courage to take one more step, even when the path is unclear. Faith is what carries you through the pain and into the breakthrough that's waiting for you. Breakthrough often requires persistence. It's not about making huge leaps all at once. It's about taking consistent, determined steps forward, even when progress feels slow. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the other side of the struggle. Pain might try to convince you that it's not worth it, that staying where you are is easier than moving forward. But breakthrough doesn't come from staying in the same place. It comes from choosing to press on, to keep striving and believe that something better is ahead. It's important to recognize that pain is often accompanied by fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These fears can make the pain feel even more overwhelming, as if it's impossible to overcome. But fear is a liar. It magnifies your struggles and minimizes your potential. The truth is, you're stronger than you think, and the pain you're facing is not greater than your ability to overcome it. When you push through the fear, you'll find that the breakthrough is closer than you realized. Pain has a way of sharpening your focus and revealing what truly matters. When you're in the midst of a struggle, you begin to see what's worth fighting for and what's not. The distractions and trivialities of life fade away, leaving you with a clearer sense of purpose. That clarity is a gift, one that helps you move forward with intention and determination. Breakthrough is not just about reaching a goal. It's about discovering the strength and resilience that were always within you. The journey to breakthrough is rarely easy, but it's always worth it. Along the way, you'll face moments of doubt and discouragement. You might feel like you're not making progress, like the pain is too great to bear. But every step you take, every decision to keep going is a victory in itself. Each moment of perseverance builds your strength and brings you closer to the other side. Pain often tries to convince you that it's the end of the story, but it's not. It's a chapter, a stepping stone, a part of the process. What comes next is determined by your response to the pain. Will you let it hold you back, or will you let it propel you forward? Breakthrough is not just something that happens to you, it's something you create through your determination, your faith, and your willingness to keep moving forward. What lies on the other side of pain is often greater than you imagine. The struggle you're facing right now might be the very thing that prepares you for your greatest victory. The lessons you're learning, the strength you're developing, and the character you're building are all part of the breakthrough that's coming. The pain you feel today is temporary, but the growth and transformation it brings are lasting. The story doesn't end with pain. It's where new beginnings are born. Pain has a way of making you feel like you've reached the end, like there's nothing left to hope for or work toward. It can feel final, as though the chapter is closing and there's no next page to turn. But the truth is, pain is not the conclusion, it's a turning point. It's the place where something new is being written, where transformation begins, and where hope takes root. In the middle of your pain, it might be hard to see, but this moment is not the end of your story. Every ending carries within it the seed of a new beginning. Just as the winter gives way to spring, the seasons of pain in your life pave the way for seasons of growth and renewal. Pain may strip away what was comfortable or familiar, but it does so to make space for something new to emerge. It's not there to close the book on your life, it's there to prepare the ground for a new chapter to begin. What feels like an ending is often just a transition, a necessary shift that moves you from where you are to where you're meant to be. Pain has a way of revealing the parts of your life that need change. It brings to light the areas where you've been holding on to things that no longer serve you, whether it's a relationship, a mindset, or a way of living. It's in those moments of discomfort and struggle that you're given the opportunity to let go of the old and make room for the new. Pain is not a punishment, it's an invitation to grow, to evolve, and to step into a new version of yourself. It's a signal that something is shifting, and while that shift might be difficult, it's also necessary. One of the most powerful aspects of pain is its ability to spark creativity and innovation. When you're faced with challenges, you're often forced to think differently, to find solutions you might not have considered before. Pain pushes you out of your comfort zone and into a space where growth becomes possible. It's in those moments of struggle that new ideas are born, new paths are discovered, and new strengths are uncovered. What feels like an ending is often the birthplace of something extraordinary. Pain can also deepen your understanding of what truly matters. In the midst of your struggles, you begin to see what's most important, your values, your relationships, your purpose. It strips away the distractions and brings your focus to what's essential. This clarity is a gift, one that helps you move forward with intention and purpose. It's in the refining fire of pain that you discover the core of who you are and what you're meant to do. Pain is not the end, it's the catalyst for a new beginning that's aligned with your true self. The new beginnings that come after pain are often more beautiful and meaningful than anything you could have imagined. They might not look like what you expected, but they carry with them the wisdom, strength, and resilience you've gained through your struggles. Pain has a way of preparing you for the next chapter, equipping you with the tools and insights you need to navigate what's ahead. It's not there to hold you back, it's there to propel you forward into a future that's filled with possibility. It's important to remember that pain is temporary, but the growth and transformation it brings are lasting. The feelings of sorrow, frustration, or uncertainty won't last forever. What will remain are the lessons you've learned, the strength you've developed, and the new opportunities that have emerged as a result of your perseverance. The story doesn't end with pain because you have the power to write the next chapter. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the author of your life. Each day you have the choice to turn the page and begin anew. Pain can feel isolating, but it's a shared human experience. Everyone faces struggles at some point in their lives, and it's through those struggles that we connect with one another. Your pain has the potential to inspire others, to show them that it's possible to overcome challenges and start fresh. The story you write after your pain can be a source of hope and encouragement for those who are still in the midst of their struggles. Your new beginning can serve as a reminder that pain is not the end, it's a doorway to something greater. Life is full of chapters, some more difficult than others. But no matter how challenging the current chapter may be, it doesn't define the rest of the story. Pain is not the author of your life. You are. You have the power to decide what comes next, to take the lessons you've learned and use them to create a future that's filled with purpose and joy. The story doesn't end with pain, because pain is not the final word. It's the space where new beginnings are born, where hope is renewed, and where you step into the next chapter of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, let us remember that pain is not our final destination. It is a passage, a refining fire, and a moment of transformation. On the other side of pain lies strength, breakthrough, and new beginnings that are richer and more meaningful than we could have ever imagined. No matter how heavy the burden or how dark the night may seem, know that this is not the end of your story. Keep moving forward, hold on to hope, and trust that what lies ahead is worth every step of the journey. The best is yet to come.